All right, people, here we go. This is the Module 8-9 review. Let's get started. All right, so Mr. Johnson surveyed his geometry students about their favorite clothing store. Complete the table. So when we're talking about completing the table, we're talking about a total of all the boys. So that's really just 15 plus 11 plus 22. So 15 plus 11 is 26. 26 plus 2 is 28, so 38, 48. So we should see 48 over here. Okay, so we're just adding these up. You can take your calculator, add them up, should add up to 48. Same thing with the girls. We're gonna go 23 plus 13 is 36, plus 15, that's 46, 51. Okay, and then you can add them straight down here to get our bottom column. So that's all we're gonna do is we're gonna just start adding all of these guys. So our totals are 99. And then 22 plus 15, that is 37. 11 plus 13 is 24. And then forever 21 is gonna be 15 plus 23, that's gonna be 838, okay? All right, so the next one is similar, and this one we're talking about science and history students or science and history museum and between the boys and girls, okay? So we're given some of the total information and we're expected to fill in the blanks from the information that we have. So instead of adding these two across, we're actually gonna be subtracting 56 from 102 to get our science people. So just so I don't make any mistakes by doing math in my head, 102 minus 56, and we've got 46. So 46 plus 56 is 102. And then 46 plus 54, that's gonna be 100. And then we can fill in this blank by subtracting 200 and 100, and that is 100. So we should see 100 plus 100 is 200. And then 102 plus some number is 200. Well, 102 plus 98 is 200. So again, you could do 200 minus 102, that's gonna be 98. And then 56 and 100, so 56 plus some number equals 100. Well, that some number is gonna be 44. 56 plus 44 is 100. So we just did 100 minus 56 is 44. Okay, so that's your first two problems. The next three problems, we are going to be reading our chart up here. So we have a two-way frequency table that shows the results of a survey at Downingtown High School. So we have our different classes, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, and then we're planning on attending college or not planning on attending college. So we can see our total column, so that's 279, 109 is 388. Same thing here, we're adding, and then we're adding across. So we have a total of 1,500 students, okay? That's the big number that we're looking at in this one for number 3. What percent of students surveyed plan on attending college? Write your answer as a fraction. A decimal rounded to the nearest thousandth, and then a percent rounded to the nearest tenth, okay? So our first one, we're saying what percent of the students surveyed plan on attending college? So we're talking about all students, so that's gonna be 993 compared to the total number of students. So that's our first fraction, 993 divided by 1,500. I can't do that in my head, so I'm gonna grab my calculator. And we're gonna get 0.622. So the nearest thousandths for our decimal is 3 decimal places. And then to convert it to a percent, we take our decimal and move it over twice. It's really just multiplying it by 100 to turn it into a percentage. And so it's the same exact number, 622, 622, 622. We just move the decimal place twice to get over to a percent, and here's our percent sign. Okay, so what percent of those surveyed are in 11th grade and do not plan on going to college? Write your answer as a fraction. So what percent of those surveyed, so everyone surveyed, so we're out of 1,500 again, are in 11th grade and do not plan on attending college. So we're talking about in 11th grade, do not plan on attending college compared to the total. Okay, so we're gonna take our calculator. We've got 133 divided by 1,500, and we've got 0.08, and then it says 0.0886, so we've got to go to the third digit, but the fourth one is 6, so that means we need to round up to 9 here. Okay, so 0.89. And as a percentage, that's 8.9%. Okay. All right, and our last but not least, what percent of all 10th grade students plan on attending college? So we're talking about the 10th grade students only. So our new denominator is actually 387, and we're talking about planning on attending college, so 263. And we're gonna do 263 divided by 387. And so that is 0.6, oh, here's another tricky rounding one. So 0.6795, well, it's 5 or more, we round up. So this is gonna round up to 10, which changes the 7 to 8. So it's actually 0.680, and I wanna see 3 digits there. And then we have 68.0%, okay? All right, page 2. Okay, histogram on the right. How many players are shorter than 82 inches? Okay, so we're talking about a basketball player is in a city league. So we've got, there's 82 right here. So here's our 82 line. And we're gonna talk about players that are below 82. So we're not including 82, so it's below. So we're talking about these guys right here. So I've got 11, and then I've got 4. So 4 plus 11 equals 15, okay? How many total players are there in the league? Well, we know this is 4, we know this is 11. This one's gonna be 7. And then this one's gonna be 2. Okay, so we've got 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 15, we already know that this is 15, is 24. So we're just adding all of these guys up, 4 plus 11 plus 7 plus 2, okay? All right, next one. All right, our box plot. Hey, good news. We're not going to be testing you on this on the test, so we're getting rid of 15. I'm not going to worry about that right now. What we can do is find the all of this. So we've got the oldest player, youngest player, the median, quartile 1, quartile 3, the range, and the interquartile range. That's all in this data. That's all up here. And it's a matter of labeling it. So your smallest one is minimum. Okay. The next one up is Q1. The next one up is Q2, and that's also the median. And then the next one up is Q3. And then the next one up is the maximum. Okay, so when it says the oldest player's age, well, we go to our maximum, and the maximum is 40. The youngest player's age is, well, if we don't have a number here, right? So we've got to figure out, okay, how much is each space worth? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces between 20 and 10. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. So each space is worth 2. So this is 18. So the youngest player's age is 18. Find the median age. Well, the median age is Q2. Well, again, 30 minus 2 is 28. Quartile 1 is right here. So 20 plus 2 is 22. So we've got 22. The third quartile is going to be 32, 34. The range is the max minus the min. So our maximum is 40. Our minimum is 18. So that's going to be 22. Our next one is our interquartile range, and it's just like the range, except now we're talking about Q3 and Q1 instead of the maximum and minimum. And so in this case, Q3 is 34, Q1 is 22, so 34 minus 22 is 12. Okay, hey, good news again. No number 15, so let's go on to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, so These answers down here are a lot like what we just did up here, except we don't give you the box plot. We give you just the data. And the first thing you should be doing is writing this thing in order. So I start with the smallest one, and we write them in order. So I've got 70, 92, 60. Okay, so my smallest one is 56. And then I'm going to cross it off up here when I write it down. So 56, the next one is 64. So cross it off. The next one up is 66. Okay, cross it off. And the next one up is, so I think it's 70. Yep, 70. Cross it off. Then we've got 72. Cross it off. And then we've got 78. Okay, cross it off. And then we've got 82. Cross it off. 86, cross it off, and then 92. Okay, so it says the first thing it's asking for is the median. Well, the median is the middle number, so you count how many there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means there's 4 on each side. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our median okay, our median is Q2, also known as Q2. Okay, so that is 72. Find the least value where we're talking about the minimum, that's 56. The greatest value is 92. Okay, so these two for sure, everyone should get these two right. There's no reason. All I'm asking you to do is write the numbers in order and find the smallest value and the greatest value. Everyone should get that, okay? So the next one is the quartile 1 and quartile 3. So when we're talking about quartiles, we're talking about the bottom half of the data and the top half of the data. So Q1 is talking about the bottom half of the data, and we're finding the median of the bottom half of the data. Well, there's 2 medians here. So we're going to add these together, 64 plus 66, and divide it by 2. Okay, so you take your calculator and you go 64 plus 66, and you divide that by 2. So our Q1 is 65. Okay, and then Q3, again, it's that middle number of the top half of the data. Don't include your median. And so we've got 82 plus 86 is 168. And we're going to divide that by 2. And we've got 84. So our Q3 is 84. And our last thing it says is to draw a box plot. Okay, so a box plot, you've got your Q1, your Q2. We got all the information up here that we need to draw our box plot. The only thing that's missing on here is our number line and how we want to number this thing. So we start off at 56 and we start off at 92. So I'm going to start with 56 out here, and I'm going to make each line, each space worth 2. So that's 58, 60, 62. So I'm going to go up to 2, and then this is 60. And we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 70. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 80. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 90. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 100. Okay, so 100 is greater than 92, and then we've got 56 down at the low end. So we have all the spaces that we need, even in this part of data. I believe on the test I give you the number line. I think I'm going to give you the number line. So, on the test, you're just going to have to use the numbers that we have. Okay, so we're going to start off with our minimum, 56. So we're going to put a little dot at 56. Okay, and then I'm going to start with our maximum, and we're going to go find 92 and put a dot at 92. Remember, each space is worth 2, so 90, 92. Okay, and then we've got our Q1 is at 65, so we've got 62, 64, and then halfway in between is 65, so we're going to put our little line right there. And so this is Q1. And then Q3 is 84. Okay. And then we can connect those guys. We're starting to get our box plot. We're going to draw our little whiskers out here. And then our median, our Q2, is 72, so we're going to put our middle line right there. And then you're done. So all that information is right here, just like we figured out that information between 8 and 14, okay? So I'm gonna do the last page on a separate video because this one's getting a little long. It's 15 minutes, so good luck on your test.